Yo, I'm HP and this is Dr. Pink. And today we're gonna talk about a dark, slow rock, brooding, cooking, slow rock tune in a masterclass manner. So not some really cool tricks how you play it in a double trouble version. The double trouble version is only trio, bass, drum, and guitar. So it's a lot of work. It's not so easy, but it sounds cool. So let's give it a try. This is how it sounds. Yeah, and so on. So this sounds wild. It is wild, and since this is guitar masterclass, I'm not really going too much into details like how to hold your pick or how does a scale or a mode work. I'm just going to talk about the scales and things you can do here. So if you're not into modes or stuff like this, just follow the beginner's lessons I have, or just follow this one to get some inspiration. I mean, even if you cannot play fast, it's not about playing faster. It's really getting the riff together and to have some ideas how to play this. So even if you don't know modes, you will be able to work out a few ideas here, which sound cool and dark, and I don't know what kind of mood you want to put in that one. I just love it. It's really comes like whoa. And the sound settings, everybody's always asking about my sound settings. As you can hear, drop D tuning, meaning the lowest string is tuned down to a D. And I have a Soldano amp and a 4x12 cabinet ping pong delay. See, it goes from left to right, and a reverb, and that's it. On a FX2 processor, as always. Yeah. Yeah, so now let's get started. Now I've switched off the delay to show you what's going on. If you work with the delay, then on the song it has to be set on the tempo of the song, so everything you're playing is doubled up. So I have a pretty strong delay here. Wait, put it. See? Pretty strong. So all notes which you're playing are doubled up, and the method which I found out is that even with a strong doubling up effect, you still don't sound wrong. So now let's get the main riff together. So we play the open D string, damped, and then 2, 3, and lettering 3, 2, 5, and come from 2, 3, 2, 5. See, that's the main pattern which is played. And it's very dissonant, as you can hear. This itself sounds terrible, but if you want to create this strong tension, that's what really makes a difference. Then you move it up diatonic in the Aeolian scale, which creates this chord. 2, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6. See. And that's the thing. The rhythm is a little bit tricky. You have to get used to it. It's like it repeats. So. Just let it flow with the beat. Now with the delay. And with the track, let's see how it works. And at the end of the second phrase, I go into a single note line using the Aeolian scale, and I really love to do this hammer-on, little hammer-on lick here with 0, 5, 7. See? Pay attention to the vibrators, they're very wide and very cool. And when you play with such a big amount of delay, also pay attention, and since we are in a trio formation, you need to think about your delay, because you cannot just play, you have to think about ending the notes. See? See, that much sound which comes after this. This has to be set precise on the timing and give it like a highlight, as I did now with the harmonic. See, or I don't know. Now I accelerated the vibrator till the end. You can work either this way or the other way, but if you don't do it, it sounds a little bit more dull. Really always putting some dynamic levels in and be pretty dramatic. That's what really makes it. And in the trio formation, you can hear everything which is guitar doing. So it really makes sense to pay attention to these little details. Good, so that was the riff. You can repeat it as many times as you like. Now we come to the solo. Now comes a little bit of tricky thing, since it's only drum and bass. Guitar needs to fill everything. First thing you need to know or learn is that silence is sound too. You don't need to play all the time. Really relax. Don't try to do too much, but if you play a note, really pay attention on your articulation and on precision, because you have a lot of delay on it, which is set on the quarter beat of the tune, which is 80 BPM. If you stop a note, stop precise. See? Yeah, and which modes are now played? The cool thing here, you can make this called a modal interchange. What is a modal interchange? Since this is a modal improvisation, because the bass is also repeating the D, so you can switch between modes. You can play either D minor pentatonics, which is not really cool because it's too dull again. So play the D minor scale Aeolian. What I do, I start with Aeolian like, and then switch to Phrygian. That's really cool. That's not hard to switch from Aeolian to Phrygian. Why? Because the difference between Aeolian is only one note, this note here. Aeolian is the same notes, but just instead of this note you play the flat 2. And so this gives you now Phrygian. And when you switch between Aeolian and Phrygian, you get additional tension. It sounds like the chord is changing, but in fact it's not changing, it's always a D. But you're changing the mode. Okay, the low string doesn't work because that's a D. So let's check it out. Phrygian note, Phrygian. So I was switching between Phrygian and Aeolian. If you want to have it sounding more interesting, you can also change to Phrygian natural 3. Phrygian natural 3 is pretty simple. Just change one note. The flat 3 becomes a 3. So this is the flat 3 becomes a 3. Phrygian natural 3. And now really sounds pretty cool. Now you have 3 modes which you can use and just switch between them. And you don't need to do too many things. If you're not a fast player, you can just go on the keynotes of each mode. So the keynotes on each mode are, in Aeolian, it's this note. This one here, because this only comes in Aeolian, this E here. Then in Phrygian it's this one here, or this one only comes in Phrygian. And Phrygian natural 3 it's this one here, or here, only comes in Phrygian natural 3. So these are the keynotes of the modes. Keynotes. Works if you don't even play them. Keynote of Aeolian, keynote of Phrygian. Keynote of Phrygian natural 3. Yeah, that thing is really cool. As I said, you don't need to play a lot with this stuff. Now, if you really want to go for tension, of course, speed is a good method also. You can play like palm muted stuff. I really love to play this little lick here, which is a normal pentatonic lick. Then I switch to Phrygian here. Played with palm muted technique. And if you play palm muted technique, always stop the note with kind of an articulation such as a harmonic or pulling it away, but it has to be precise. See, I ended up with the harmonic. Or if I play Phrygian natural 3, it's a little bit Yngwie Malmsteen-like, only a little bit. So it comes from a harmonic minor, this scale. Yeah, and that's how it works. Let some space, let the music breathe. Breathe. Phrygian natural 3. Oh, track is over. By the way, the track is available on iTunes. The link is added. Aeolian. Phrygian. I hope you enjoyed my little tutorial with me and Dr. Pink about this dark, slow rock guitar masterclass by using 3 modes with a very special riff which is used. Really creates a kind of a nearly depressive mood. Well, I guess this song will not be played on any kind of wedding. Probably yes, but I guess that will not be a white wedding. Oh God. What shall I say? More to this? No, it's basically that, and I really personally think that drop D is really a cool method to create any kind of slow rock and pretty dark rock stuff. It really bites. Drop D really bites. And this is a very special riff. I hope you enjoyed. It's not too crazy for you. I need to do some crazy thing from time to time because I'm HPCrazy. And yeah, Dr. Pink is also a bit crazy sometimes. Yeah, so that was it. And stay tuned and keep on rocking.